Hello everybody, I hope you are all well. Today we're going to do a review on no other than Julia Spiri's book, The Inspiration. Now I've got this book because, as many of you know, we are doing a colourathon at the end of July, which is just up here. July 30th to August 1st, we will be doing an amazing weekend long colourathon. It's me and Ashley Colours that have hosted the colourathon, but there is 16 phenomenal streamers who are involved who are going to be working their tails off the whole weekend, so it is one that you don't want to miss. So I thought, what best to do a review on no other than Julia's books. Now she does have quite a few books on Amazon, and she also has a few books on her she has PDFs, sorry, not books, on her Etsy store. All the links will be in the description below, but if you look just along here, these are all her books that she sells, available now on Amazon. Now, I got this in UK Amazon, but I do believe it is on Amazon US as well. So I will put the links in for both Amazon UK and Amazon US if you want this book. But also check out her Etsy store, because at the minute she's got 50% off everything in her Etsy store, and she has some beautiful images over on her Etsy store, as well as the images that you can get in these colouring books too. So I will get on with it. This is obviously an Amazon Create Space book. So you'll either take or leave the paper. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the Amazon Create Space paper, but I do tend to scan them in and put them on paper that I like. So long as you're not giving that out to anybody else, I don't see how that's a problem, but that's what I do. I just literally open the book, stick it in my scanner, and scan that page off on my favourite paper that I like to use. So this is a grayscale colouring book, a grayscale bloop, a grayscale colouring book, and you get two images of each. So you get one set of them and then a repetitive set of them. So I'm going to show you the first set. There's no point in me showing you the whole way through, showing you them all again. So I'm just going to come a little tiny bit closer just so we can see these beautiful images. So I've kept the logos up on the corners of these videos just so you can see the books that she has, and the colourathon at the top if you're going to follow along on that one. But I am going to be ordering the whimsical one as well, because that looks absolutely stunning. So as always in a colouring book, you get a nice little nameplate page, and this just purely says a grayscale colouring book by Julia Spiri, The Inspiration. This book belongs to, and if you want to put your name in there, you can. Sorry about that. So we're going to move on, and this is the image that's on the front page of the book. Absolutely beautiful grayscale, and I love grayscale because, especially if you're a new starter to colouring, they're really handy for knowing where shadows and highlights go on your page, which a lot of people do struggle with when it comes to skin tones, hair, etc. So these grayscales are very good for helping the newbies to the colouring world, but also us that are experienced in the colouring world also like to use grayscale because it helps us with detailing and things like that. So as you get better in the colouring world, obviously you'll find your own little niche and what you do like. So this is another portrait page. They're all portraits in this book, but it's an absolutely beautiful page again with a beautiful grayscale. I love the lace of a dress on this image. It's absolutely gorgeous. Some of these images are being coloured in the colourathon. They will be either revealed on the streamers' thumbnails, or if I've got access to the pictures they have taken, I will upload an image with the streamer of which one they're colouring, so you will know in advance of the colourathon. Here's another gorgeous page. I love the fishes in this one. You could really be creative with this and make it look like an underwater scene. And then we've got another beautiful fairy escape one. This reminds me of Frozen. Absolutely beautiful page again. Julia's artwork is absolutely stunning, and she was just, you know, a go-to to do this colourathon on. She's got something for everybody, even if you want to do just flowers, portraits. She's got even the little, if you look, I think it's down, this one here at the end there. It's hard because that's on the screen, but that one is more like your cutesy, characterised characters rather than your actual portrait ones you've got here. Again, this is a beautiful landscape image that Julia's done. We've got another mermaid one here as well. Absolutely stunning. The detail from the hair to the flowers and everything is absolutely beautiful. Now this lady's also another stunner, but I love how she's made the backgrounds whimsical as well, because you could use a lot of watercolour, your neo colours, especially if you printed it off and you didn't. I don't think this paper would take water media very well at all, but if you printed it off on your own paper, you could kind of use your pan pastels, but use the grayscale and the highlights to make it like a whimsical, soft, multicoloured background. That would be really beautiful. We've got flowers again, and I love how realistic she's done her flowers. I only dream to get my realistic colouring up there to that level, and this just, oh, absolutely stunning. It reminds me of the girls from Pearl Harbor, the film. Just from that decor era, isn't it, where everything's just beautiful and stunning and rich and absolutely beautiful. And believe it or not, on pages, let me just jump back to this, on pages both like this one and this one, don't be scared of the grayscale being so dark, because if you use a lot of bright colours, they will come through on top of these anyway, so you will still be able to see it. I'll show you an example at the end of this flip through, and then I'll show you exactly what I mean by you can add colour to that and really brighten it up. Here's another, she reminds me like a pin-up girl. The beautiful, all long legs. Waiting for a hitch to ride home. And then here we've got some more. Are these like a poppy? Maybe. I think they're a poppy. Oh, the sun's just come through the window. Just bear with me a second. Let me just sort that brightness out, because the sun's just come beaming through the window. We've not had sun all day. And then all of a sudden, here it comes. And it's like, I'm going to spoil your review, because I'm just going to shine the sun through your window and mess up your brightness. So there we go, back to that. And this is a nice little seascape one as well, where you've got background. You can do the sky and the water and the landscape towards the back. It's absolutely stunning. And then we've got another landscape version. I like this when you get this. You get this a lot in Colour in Heaven as well, where they do side portrait and landscape pictures. But I absolutely love this. I love Masquerade. It's stunning. And then you've got your beautiful little fox. How cute is this? Absolutely beautiful. Now this is quite a popular image. I do know this is being coloured in the colourathon. I can't remember exactly which streamer's doing it, but I do remember this face. This is just stunning. This reminds me of something my nan had on her wall from years and years and years ago, where they would just show the back of the person on the pictures. Absolutely stunning. Again, another landscape one, and this is just one of her books. She's got all these books along the bottom for you to choose from. This is just one that took my fancy when I bought it, but I'm no doubt going to buy even more, but I'll probably buy the PDFs because I like to print things on my own paper. So this is beautiful. Again, you could do a nice glittery see-through wing on that one. You know, if there's any pages you'd like to see me colour out of this book outside of the colourathon, please do put in the comments below if you would like to see me colouring in this book to test the paper out, things like that. I will do that. This is another gorgeous, gorgeous page. Absolutely stunning. I love these flowers in the hair. It's beautiful. And then we're back to the second images. So if I just show you very quickly, flipping through, it's exactly the same again. It's just the same pictures on repeat. So let me just go back to that page and I will show you what I mean by that you can still get colour on. Now I've got some Castle Arts out here. So what I would do is start off with my lightest one, which is cadmium. It's my zoom out of that. Cadmium yellow. And say I'm going to use this section here, so let me just come a little bit closer so everyone can see what I'm doing. Because I do know a lot of people get scared of such a dark grayscale, and you really don't need to be. Let's get that zoom really nice and crisp, because I have a camera that just doesn't like to just get that in properly there. So with the cadmium yellow, what I would do is just put a light layer in this area here where you see your most lightest part, and just once you've covered that area, then we come in with our next colour, which is yellow ochre. So from here I would start doing the flicking. Now we'll pull it out into that middle section. I've done many colouring books now that have quite dark grayscale in them, and I've managed to get a lot of colours to show up over such a dark grayscale and been able to change exactly the way it looks just by going over it with lighter tones first. And you can see exactly how that's going to come out. So next up I'm going to use, so that's my light tone, and then I've used a mid tone, and this is kind of like a mid dark tone. So this is sepia. I'm keeping a sharp pencil, still going with that same grain. I'm going to flick this way. And flick out that way. Just following the nice grains of hair that's already there. And this is something you want to see. I will be doing a hair series. I have said it for weeks, but I promise you I really am. So again, I'm just going to bring this in on the middle section, which was our cadmium yellow. And just deepen that section up there. And then come in with our darkest value. And in this case it's Van Dyke brown, and then I'm going to come right off these edges here and just flick. You don't have to do them all close together, you could just fix these ones where you want the darker sections to be. They don't all have to follow suit. If you see that there's darker sections in there, just add it in, and then you can go back to sepia and lift that up a little bit more, and then go back to yellow ochre and just add that back in. So this is just a quick demonstration to show you. I'll have to remember now what I used, won't I? Just to show you that you can go over the top of that dark grayscale and get a really rich, nice colour over the top. And that's my little demo. So I hope you've enjoyed this little review of Julia Spiri. I really love her books. I love her artwork, and I really hope that you guys come and join in with us on the colourathon. And if you do, and you do like Julia's work, come along and have a look at her Etsy store or Amazon, Amazon US, Amazon UK. Don't forget the 50% off on Julia's Etsy store for all the PDFs. But like I said, don't be afraid of the really dark grayscale. You can pull them colours still out and get a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous colour over the top of that dark grayscale. So I hope you've enjoyed this review, and I will see you all on my next one. Bye everyone.